The TED Talk that I watched was about the 3 steps to stop remote work burnout. So, remote work burnout has many disadvantages. So, most people think that remote work would be an introvert's dream because they could be alone and they don't have to worry about talking to people. But actually, it's an introvert's nightmare because of video calls and having a camera, and video calls are seen as performance to many people. So you have to look your best, and it's just very stressful. And this causes for a lot of social anxiety for many people. Also, just talk about video calls. There's no real human connection during remote work because you're at home and you're talking to people through a screen. And also, since you're at home, there's a lack of boundaries between work and home because you're in the same place all the time, and it's just hard to stay focused because you're in the same space that you are all day. So there are 3 ways to manage remote work to protect your energy. So the first way is to create a ritual. And so your commute to work would create that boundary between work and home. And because we need a boundary, because breaks during work, we would usually take them at a certain time of day. But now we don't have that because we're at home and we just get caught up in our work. So rituals are necessary because we can gather our energy and we can get into the right headspace. So with our rituals, we have to be intentional. We can play music, have the right lighting, we can give ourselves a pep talk, and we can take walks at a certain time of day, and many other things. We need that boundary between work and home. So the second step is to manage pace, place, and space. So we need to set a schedule for ourselves, which is the pacing. So you need to manage your interactions that tax energy versus those that recharge you. You need to schedule downtime after your video calls or anything because you just need a break sometimes. And also you should consider the time of day because consider the time of day to have your energy on and then save the rest for quiet work. So for the place, you need to create a workspace for yourself. So you need to separate this from where you usually spend most of your time. Because if you're in a place like your bed and you're doing your remote work, that will become a place that is stressful to you, or that it's you do work there and that's just not good to have them in the same place. And also, we need space, so you need to build in alone time. And by this, you need to take breaks, and also you need to get away from people so you can focus, and also so you can get to the right headspace. The space part is the key to avoiding burnout. So the third step is to manage the room. So you need to create a safe, this one's for managers, because managers help protect their pace, place, and space. So they need to manage the room. Managers should create a space where everyone can be heard. And they need to structure agendas because it's good to have that schedule to go by. And so managers should make presentation rules because the people who are extroverts, they would usually dominate the conversation. And this would cause introverts to just sit back and usually not chime in. So this needs to be a space where everyone can feel comfortable and feel like they are heard. You need to minimize brainstorming because that is actually a trigger for social anxiety for introverts. So you need to structure agendas. I just said that, my bad. So audio calls versus video calls. So audio calls are less stressful for introverts. And so this causes introverts, personally I am an introvert, so in audio calls they can express more emotion and nuance. So there's something called asynchronous communication, and it allows for voice memos or videos and you can just send that to a colleague and they can respond with and react with a video or a voice memo in their own time. So this doesn't, like, you don't have to set a certain time of day to have that call, which could be really nice. And also managers need to ask for feedback because you need to see what works best for your workers or your employees. And you need to ask the introverts first, like what their ideal day looks like.